Yo, what up, Swamp? It's been a second. And I'm sorry, I've been busy. It was Thanksgiving, it was the seasons. It was Black Friday. I had to, when you get the bag, you gotta spend the bag, right? Woo! Now, I'm reporting a special report. The Trump administration and USADA, but no, United States Agricultural Department, United States Department of Agriculture, the food stamp people, they approved these new requirements just in time for the holidays that might end up cutting around somewhere between 1 million and 500,000 people their food stamps. Okay, so let's say the number's around 700,000 allegedly. That's assuming these people don't do the new requirements. It's not like you're cutting them off completely. There's work requirements. They're similar. Right here in Denver, they have this Employment First program where they'll give you food stamps, but then you have to go to Goodwill, homeless shelter, or whatever. You donate, or not donate, but you work time at these places, and then they reward you food stamps. And this is only for able-bodied people, or people who have been determined able-bodied by the government. There's a lot of people who suffer health problems when doctors don't recognize it, or doctors don't, respect it. Doctors deny them. And these people, they could be hypochondriacs, or they could be really ill and they're just being ignored because the government doesn't care about people. There's that part of the story. So, the one thing that a lot of taxpayers have been concerned about are, people taking advantage of loopholes. We've all seen the viral videos of, people being confronted in grocery stores, they're buying over $1,000 worth of groceries, and they're using food stamps, and they're getting, lobsters and crab cake. Crab cake? Are you kidding me? You get $3,000 in food stamps and you're seafooding it? I see that. We've seen those videos. So there's definitely there's people who bust their butts for 40 plus hours and they can't make ends meet. They can't make the pay scale. Their backs are up against the wall. And then you got people, they hop in Section 8 housing. They're living in downtown. They're getting food stamps. And, just take a look at your own city probably. There's people, coasting and, we're putting the work in, people go to school, they get degrees, they get good paying jobs. And then they live a good life where they eat lobster and crab cake. Some people, they can play the system. They can get food stamps. And, they're having their cake, and you damn right they're eating it too. Okay, so while we're on food stamps, remember back in the day, not me personally, but remember back in the day, I think they probably still do it. Homeless people or people who work under the table, they go get their monthly food stamps. They usually have a Connect, and they sell the food stamps half on the dollar. That's usually the going street rate was 50 cents on the dollar. And person goes shopping, or they give you a shopping list. You go get them all these groceries. They give you the cash. I know. At a lot of these places, they'll give grown men who are completely able-bodied and, way bigger than me, make, yoked, about like $300-400 a month with food stamps. They go ahead, sell them for like $200-250. And, it's a quick hustle. They don't actually even need the food. They get their food from, like other places, other sources. They want that money so they can get that, something. They can get something else besides food, right? Okay. Just want to bring that up real quick. Now the food stamp system also seems very unfair in its current phase. Like, I was just talking to this, she's like a grandmother. She gets widow benefits. She like gets $1,000 a month in widow benefits, and she gets her Social Security. And she doesn't work. She's old. She did her time. She gets like $15.50 in food stamps a month. Okay. And she's barely making it because, taxes and land taxes and property taxes, blah, 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 medical expenses as you get older, And here are these young bucks, they might have a kid, and a criminal record, and now they're eligible for like $5,000 a month in food stamps. I mean, maybe I should start getting into food stamps, you know what I mean? Or, gift cards, whatever is clever. It's, here's where it gets, the swamp's opinion. And of course, I would love to hear from you folks in the comment section below. I, just now getting to the comments from my previous video, I had to actually grow a gator skin. But with this food stamp situation, it's basically like saying, look, you don't have a job, so you can't buy food. So I'm going to give you food, but all you have to do is work. It's similar to telling, like, hey, a drowning person, look, you don't have to be drowning. All you gotta do is swim, bro. And, I see so many homeless people who do need food. Like, yeah, there's a lot of homeless people on drugs, and, they'll sell their food stamps in a heartbeat while their kids are starving for their next fix. And, we'll turn a blind eye all the time. There's actual real homeless bros sleeping under snow. And what I mean by that, they're under a tarp, and there's snow on top of that tarp. And if you're in that position, you're hurting. You're hurt. It might take a minute to get back on your feet, mentally and physically, and, suck it up, buttercup. But no, there's homeless people, and you must have seen homeless people. They're disheveled. They're able-bodied, but they're out of body. They deserve food. And a lot of these people are too messed up to even apply for food stamps. And do want to get away from society, want to get away from drugs, and, want to find, just a nice place to enjoy some food in peace. And that's where I feel like, I would hate to deprive those people, food. We are the richest country. We can say it all day. Obama created millions of jobs, and Trump created millions of jobs, and GDP is at an all-time high, and we're suffering. Not all of us. There are people out there who actually need food stamps and can't work or won't work and are able-bodied. And there's this huge, the system is fundamentally up. So instead of fixing it, we're slapping down these requirements, blanket requirements, and food stamps really should be a case-by-case study. And if we hired more case workers, more jobs, less food stamps, correct? And this is in time for the holidays. And this is going to affect a lot of people in rural areas that voted for Trump. Forgot his name for a second. And it's going to affect, you know, a lot of people in minority groups, inner cities, people who already have stuff going on. You're going, for some people, it's going to be kicking sand in the wounds. Now, for some people, it is going to bring somewhat of a stop to fraud cases. But all these people have to do is meet the requirements. Like I said, like going down to a Goodwill or homeless shelter, there's like, they give you work assignments. It's not like you have to find the work assignment. They issue the work assignment to you. Be here this time. Or a lot of these places, it's like drop in. Like just show up at Goodwill, you know, work it out with the dude at Goodwill and do like, you know, I think it's like 40 hours a month or like 30 hours a month. And you can do it at you pick your own schedule. So it's requirements. Now, you know, there are homeless people who are, you know, going through some stuff that can't do that. And I do want to help those people. I'm not giving up on them. Once you're part of the swamp, Swampy T is going to, you know, have your back. And, you know, so it is we need to have a discussion. Comment section below. Please like, subscribe, hit those notifications. Hopefully I'll be posting a little bit more often. Till next time, swamp out.